This is the SaunaBox Pulse. I'm actually very much surprised by this. I've now used, I think, all of SaunaBox's products, and this one is very different than the rest. So I really want to tell you some things that I like about this, the things that I don't, and more importantly, do I think it's worth the money? On a side note, this thing only costs about 11 cents to heat up, which is pretty cheap. To start off with, this is an infrared sauna with red light therapy. So we got the red lights here, we got infrared panels right here, and this thing actually gets up to about 160 degrees. Now, I've used wood-fired saunas before. That's actually what I use most of the time. And I've also used like the steam versions of this. They have the SaunaBox Go and then the regular SaunaBox, which kind of has something that's like a little rice cooker pretty much that boils water, and then that pushes steam and heats the air with steam. Now, both of those only get up to like 130, I believe. It's just not quite as intense. And this one right now was just up to about 150, 160, which is a lot different than that like 130 mark, but not quite as hot as like the sweat tent sauna, which sometimes I can get up to like 200 degrees. But that being said, I actually am kind of shocked with this. I didn't honestly expect to like it. And so before I give you a little bit more, I wanted to let you know that you can get 10% off with the link down in the description. It's like an exclusive discount. It also really helps support the channel. So if you're thinking about getting one anyways, feel free to use the link. Now, honestly, I have told you that kind of the regular SaunaBox wasn't my favorite just because of the limit on how hot it gets. And then the steam, I couldn't tell like what was getting hot. Was it the steam or was it other stuff? I don't know if this is red light. It's like hard to see. Anyways, I'll come out here a little bit. But this one here actually gets really warm. These panels are all pretty hot right now. And then you can just sit on this very nice seat. I think the seat is much nicer as well. It has these red lights and this feels much, much hotter than those other ones. And I think personally, I would be much more likely to use. I also think if you have this inside of your house, one of the main things that I didn't like about the steam saunas, even though those are both nice, it just depends on like what type of thing you're into. If you're into that more of like tropical, wet, moist type of heat, that was not a good use of words, then you might like the conventional version of SaunaBox. But if you like a little bit of a drier heat and you don't want to worry about water getting like in your house, if you have this like in your living room or somewhere with carpet or whatever, you're not going to have that problem with this one. It has a floor, it has a pad, the walls are in there, there's no wet, there's no water, there's no steam. And so therefore, I would feel much more comfortable about having this inside of my house, and I wouldn't feel as comfortable having the other SaunaBoxes inside of my house without having to check for water. So maybe if they were on like concrete or hardwood that I could check afterwards, but this one is the only one that I would feel comfortable inside my house with so far. So that's a huge thing. Now, as far as price point goes, I've actually used other infrared saunas that were like $2,500. I didn't notice any difference. I think this one might be better heat wise because you're surrounded by it, and the other ones were slightly bigger. I don't think I ever got them hotter than this. Really, I couldn't get them past like 140, 150. And it was like a Sun Home infrared sauna that's at my parents' house, and I've used it like a dozen times. I think I prefer this one, which is crazy to say because this one's like $800, I think, and then you can get like 10% off with my link. So if you're thinking about getting an infrared one with the red light, I think this is a really, really solid option. So let me give you some more info on this. Setup took about 15 minutes. It was very, very simple to do. Comes in a box. It actually fit on a lot better than the other SaunaBox for some reason. The panels go right in. They all kind of just connect. Takes two different plugs, pretty easy to set up. You don't have to have any special type of outlets. It's just regular outlets. Like I said, it takes about 11 cents to heat this up. So it's very, very cheap. Cheaper than like wood for the most part, because I have to like buy wood for my other one. So we don't have enough around me. So that's actually really nice. Like I said, it has a nice floor, so you're not gonna drip everywhere. It's got a nice little mat to catch some of the sweat that you can just take out and clean. It's got dual medical grade red light therapy, ultra low EMF infrared heating panels, non-toxic certified insulated cover, a 1-year warranty, and then also if you want to take this down and move it, like again, 15 minutes, very simple to do. Now this is the pro version with the red light. You can also get it without the red light, and that's going to be a couple $100 cheaper. So that's ultimately up to you. I don't know a ton about red light, to be honest with you, so I would probably get the one without it. But if red light's something that you're looking for, you want to do them both at the same time, then this is like a no-brainer. Now, of course, I do want to give you my honest feedback. They're not paying me to say any of this. One downside that I didn't like about this is that when you're sitting here, I like leaned back and I touched one of these metal bars. It was very hot. So I guess I could either drape something over those or just don't like lean against the side of your tent, which is probably not a good idea anyways when, now that I'm saying it out loud. But that was a little bit hot, like those bars. So that would like one minor thing, but the rest of this I am incredibly impressed with. I didn't really expect a ton out of this. And again, I think this is better than like the $2,500 ones that I've been in, which is kind of insane. Now this does have a little remote, so you can kind of run things right from here. You can also hook it up to the app, so you can start it, do everything right on the app. Very easy to use. As far as like simple saunas go, that I've tried that are indoor ones, I would say this is the best one that I have tried so far. As far as outdoor ones go, I still like the Kaif or the Sweat Tent. Both of those were really, really solid. I would say they're pretty much the same thing. There's preferences. There's videos on my channel if you want to check out either one of those. Those are more outdoor wood-fired saunas that get up to like 200 degrees. But if you're not going that outdoor wood fire vibe, then this is definitely the best budget one that I have found for inside. And I've tried like, I think like half a dozen of them at this point. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with this. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any other questions that I didn't get to cover, let me know. And of course, like I mentioned, if you do want to get one of these, link down below, extra discount does help support the channel. That's what I got.